Hello everyone, welcome to the sixth video. In this video, and most probably in the other videos, you will not see me because I had to take out my video to optimize the playing of the sign language video that we'll be working on. Now, in this video and in the other videos, we will now start creating our own tiers. My first advice will be to think about the tier structure and the tiers that you want to create beforehand. I even do a kind of template on paper, and when I'm sure about the tier structure, I start working with Elan. Of course, it's possible to directly start working with Elan and directly start creating your tiers on Elan, but later you may want to revise them or change them, which might cost more time and energy. For this reason, I always advise to think about the tiers beforehand. When you open your Elan file, you will see a default tier on your annotation panel. Again, what I do is usually to start deleting this default tier. You may want to keep it. You may want to simply change it, but I will start by deleting this default tier. And in this way, you will also learn how to use this delete function. And you can use this function to delete the tiers that you don't want to have anymore in your tier structure. And when I put my cursor on the default tier, there is a yellowish small box appearing. This is a metadata box about the tier, which includes information about the tier name, parent tier, and the annotator's name, a participant's name. And I'm going to talk about all of these options later in the upcoming videos. But it might be important to fill in this information especially if you are working with large sign language data that includes several signers, or if several annotators are working on the same data. It might be good to know, for example, who was the annotator who created the tiers, and so on and so forth. Okay, in order to delete the tier, I go to the tier tab here and I choose delete tier, and in the dialog box, since I have only one tier, in the dialog box, there is one tier highlighted blue, okay? And delete function is also highlighted. I simply click on delete and yes, and then close, and I don't have any more tiers. Now, in the upcoming videos, I will continue with explaining how to create tiers.